Yes, that's true. We're back and ready to get lit on Mzansi Insider. Pastor Mporo tells us about his 7-week prayer campaign for rain. Flexing on them haters, Vuyo Dabula shares secrets behind his amazing body. The trend god Umalum Coolcat is in studio. Later, why would he rather die before amputating his leg? Tekeleke talks to us about his health scare. And I'm back. Give me a horn. Let's get lit now.
Don't worry, hold up. No gossy goes up in our skin. Dishing out the truth, so start tuning in. Can't legale. Come, yes, social issues, this so easily. Giving you the latest news so instantly. Gender we tighter. Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider.
Hey! What's happening? I'm back! Oh wow, welcome back. Oh, welcome back to me. You're supposed to be saying that.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I was like in the Val, we had a funeral, but I'm back and God is still good and we're moving forward. Welcome to you joining us on Mzansi Insider. No better place to be. I always say this than a Saturday morning.
Amen. Now, if you are tired, then give yourself a boost. And if you've got a hangover, we are here to make you feel very bad. But if you've been waiting for Mzansi Insider, we are here to reward you.
Yes, indeed. I got it 10 out of 10 on the hottest breakfast show in the land. I'm back and I'm still the queen of the weekend. Best you believe. The breakfast we serve is like no other. But today is not about me being back. I think we can get over it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we can totally get over it. But lots is happening today. We found out where we at. Katabanaya Metsi from the Department of Water and Sanitation. And wait for it. So make sure that you stick around for that one, yeah?
Yeah, man. Fitness from SA's sexiest man, Vuyo Dabula. And Tekeleke is in studio as well. He's telling us about not doing well. And maybe we can see how we can help him, yeah?
And then word has it that the coolest guy who sets all the trends is in studio. Cool. So how we cool cats. But right now it's time for us to check on what the headlines have in store for us. Let's go. Be careful what you ask for you might just get it. Johannesburg was hit by flash floods this week that cost thousands of rands in damage and left a lot of insiders stranded. Please be aware of the areas that may flood, never cross flowing water, and never try dive through large bodies of water. Be safe, insiders. Look, man, the nations have gone out. We've been praying for rain. We've been asking for rain. And it finally happens. Well, it comes as a bit of a shocker with flash floods. And
I mean, it was hectic.
Yeah.
It's most of it was happening in the east. And, I mean, you were seeing people's cars. I mean, the starter packs were floating around. Yeah. I don't even know what to do in a flash flood. So I think people need to research on that. I know that you mustn't cross, like, fast-moving water. Yeah, large bodies of water. And obviously our condolences go to the families. And it's a sad situation. But yeah, let's move on to the next story. Yeah, what started off as a joke, we thought, is now a reality. Donald Trump is now the president of the most powerful country in the world. Memes popped up all over of apparent USA celebrities spotted in South Africa. Well, because Shubile Manje, and now they have to run to South Africa, maybe? Jeez, Mazulu was so awkward there. Shibile manje. Donald Trump is president, guys. We're angry about it. We're frustrated. We're a bit anxious. The reality is this man is taking us into the next couple of years. And why I'm saying us... slowly. Donald Trump.
What did I say?
Is the president of the USA.
Which means he's the president of the world.
It's like me saying, I don't know, like DJ Smooth's the president of SA. Like one day you're a popular guy.
I don't even think it's the same.
The next day
Donald Trump is the president of the world. We must just make peace.
Kanye West
come through. Or Michelle Obama. Let us know who you think should like take him out. But
Michelle, I would go for Michelle, obviously.
I'd definitely go for Kanye. The Fees Must Fall student leader was released this week on a 2,000 rand bail after his arrest during the protest. He called upon legal counsel of that guy that doesn't quite like AKA much, Dalimpofu and Tembega Nxukaitobi, yesterday to appeal against the Johannesburg Magistrate Court's decision not to grant him bail. He did say they still intend on taking the SA government to court in the fight for Fees Must Fall. We've had him on the show.
My skin.
Yeah,
I'm
we've had him on
sweating.
the show. We've had conversations with him. He was obviously still is very active. Katabatsana's fees must fall, and he had very strong opinions when he was on the show. This is my take. Look, man, I think it's very important that we stand for what we believe in, but there's a right way of doing it. He's out on bail. I just hope that.
What I feel is that there is a reason why he was arrested, but at the same time, I feel like there's too much focus now on the drama around fees must fall. Let us get back to the discussions, and because again, there's attention being taken away from the actual problem. What's happening to the conversation of having no fees in South Africa? Now we're speaking about this person got arrested, this is what's happening, that shop's getting burnt. I understand that's all that's happening. Let's get back to why we're here.
So SA, let's get back to focusing. Isn't the young man from Swaziland? But who am I to ask questions?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now it's about social media.
He came onto the scene in the 90s as the fat guy with the quirky moves with the hit single, Fatty Bomb Bomb, that put him on the map. Soon he was quite a star with a working act, but since then his distinctive body has caused him many health complications. Like many overweight South Africans, Sekeleke suffers from type 2 diabetes. Now his right leg needs to be amputated. In an article he was quoted saying, "I'd rather die than have my leg cut off."
He was in the papers recently asking priests to help him with this situation. Ntate, Fede, what's happening?
Hey, kibone boholo ntate. Ne ke shwa. Lentula ka le shwa. Le lutso.
Yeah.
Nna dintho tse ngata mo. Ke tsamaile ka tsamaya ntate. Hey.
Yeah.
Ka ra itse keng? Ai. Se qetelo ntate mporo. Ka mjwetsa ntate ka re ntate. Ai. Se tshepetse wena fela. Hope ya ka mo wena.
Okay. Kwetla ho bua tjena na hobane dipampiring ba re di doctor ne ditse ho wena hore o ka nna le la ntsha la kere lotho la kgaolwa. Empa wena wa hana taba ena. Ho bana o no hana.
Le kana hobane a kgaola a sa litsekeleke. A sa khona jive, a sa khona bi.
Oh. Yeah. So it was a call for your craft.
Yeah.
Unkuru no batla hore o secure, if I can put it like that, taba perform and being motholong yon. Mara family e reng hobane ha di doctor di bua di re ha wa phela hantle. Nthona re tla ilukisa tjena na. Wena o hane. Ha e lapeng ba reng?
Ha e lapeng ne ba re ke dumela ka di doctor ka ra ke be ka yetsa ntho.
Yeah.
Hobane ka tswala ke kgautse lento.
Yeah. Okay.
Ke bona tseba o fitlhele jwang mo staging sena tate hore loto le be the way le ka teng. What happened? What doctor what's wrong?
Ba tse ke tsukere le high blood.
Okay. Elo o tsukere tsedineng hobane ke tla go khutlela morao hore wena ha o nontso hobane ke mmelo wa ha o re o tsebang mara mmelo moholo ra tseba hore o tla ka mathata mangata kere. So taba ya tsukere tsedineng le high blood kore ke di lemon tsena tse fitileng gore ko bane hona tjena e sentse e
It's more than 10 years.
More than 10 years.
Oh, 10 years.
Did you change your lifestyle?
Oh, zangi change your lifestyle. Ke potso ra ntho ya ke tsebe e tswa kae a se ntho ya ka bo ke ya nna ka life.
Ona ka yona no.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Do you regret that decision? Because I get how no tibile 10 years ago, maybe wa fetola the way o sebetsang ka teng kapo the way o jang ka teng, o itlhokomela bitirenyana. O nona go nka bo le mo hona tshi. Yeah.
Sure.
So how wanka maikarabelo?
A zangi ke maikarabelo. Ke potso ra.
So ke batla o bua le batho ba high ba tsebang ka di type 2 diabetes, ba tsebang ka gona re bitsa tswekere, bo di high blood, ra di ignore ke re rona batho ba tsho re tshotsa hore ke ntho tsa batho ba holo house ha di le mosedile keletso ya hao ho batho ba shebeletseng o ka reng ho bona
ke re ne ha ba emelle hona tje ba I check because ntho ena e dangerous. I wasn't aware or e ga ba dangerous so when mna ka mafelo no so shwele
ho jwang hona tjena
a hona tjena ke wa mbona le wena
cheers Hey. Let's take a look, we know.
Kimporo Mosamante, Tatimpor.
Okay.
Okay.
I cannot sustain that. What to Wamak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a hocho tenka genoso Gahora Lamobota.
Kayona. When's the ganja?
Yeah. Marakiba Totsaba hair, Orapel Swakir, and a Kitsapoya how for deal. Hotramona who are bill. Refetula ka mo re phelang bophelo bo rona ka teng ra itukisa jalo bana ke go nke se thole phodiso wa tswela pele ka tsela nontse tsa dintho ka
ke nnete
re za majong ho ya pele o hlalosetse
ana ke yemi mo Ntatemporo a sa batla go sheba ka kwa le ka kwa ke shibile yena
ke re mara lifestyle ya ha lifestyle
na bona Mboro he did his work wena what are you doing
ke chinchile lifestyle ya se ke ke dieting ke ja dijo tse hantle
okay no ya thabisa I want to ask you Sena lapa la ha o le reng jwale hona tshena I mean I think you guys have gone through a lot in terms of emotions ho thwa kula tshwantse lo tlo le gaolwe o sa dikrekeng tse fapafapaneng wa rapellwa o bo fitle ho Ntatemporo ka ska so buile hore ho fodile hona tshena family ya ha o e reng ka tabena
e thabile hampe ka Ntatemporo li bo se ba ke se ba nlatela se batla mo kerekeng Ntatemporo
okay
wa ba bone bo holo bo ne ke di bo
okay ha ke botse ena o qeta o ema wa re bontsha re tsekeleke is no back come on don't believe the lies out there he's here o don't sabina o tlo album
what's happening
ke piso na se ka iphe okay ke piso na se ka iphe le yena Ntatemporo e tlo tswa fela na ya ka le ya
so together with Ntatemporo
hold up
you heard it right here on Mzansi Insider exclusive
o tlo etsa ngene wa bina ka ba wa rapper o etsang
we tsa ntse go fela Ntatemporo
cheers
so ngifuna ukuyibona ke le go fela yaqula ya rapper ya producer yenza zonke izinto ngifuna ukwazi ke ukuthi this thing has happened ne you are healed o tlo change lifestyle you are back in studio what have you learned what's the biggest lesson
ntwe ke lenile hore tshwantse ke mamele mo ntwentse ding ke ke sa ka re ke a tseba ke bohlale ke modimo a tsebang
ke ikokobetse
ke tshwantse ke ikokobetse
all right ka se ke bule he hore I know that not batho ba ntse ba sendela melaetsa ba thabileng hore fodile ho ba batlang ho tshwana le wena to progress ka career tsa bona and le bona bana le mahloko maybe it's not tswekere maybe ha se high blood but bana le mahloko a teng ho bona o ba khothatsa jwang ka jeng
ke re a ba e check ha ba ye sepetlele ha ba di clinic o tlusisa it's ka fela for 4 months or 5 months o sa check because di ntho di tla hanyana mo mmeleng
re thabile haholo ha o fodile
a be khotsa
re thabile haholo hore re tlo bona di stations tsa rona
ke nnete
sidi ke ho thwe ya tswa ke Ntatemporo feature ka ba ke tsebe ke feature ka bo ke collabo nyana ke tswa ka mix ya Ntatemporo le tsekeleke but we're really happy that he's well and it's good for us to know you know sometimes you read things in the papers and you don't get
that's what we do here that's why we get inside the story but right now let's take a quick ad break we'll be back right here
hey
come on somebody
After the break, is South Africa going to have no water for December? Vuyo Dabula and his washboard stomach shows us flames. Later, Pastor Mboro and the Zulu superstar Umalum Kukat.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
They say the next world war will not be for land or oil, but water. For months now, South Africa has been in a drought, with water donations popping up everywhere and many parts of South Africa experiencing water cuts, including Joburg CBD. It's even got the attention of Pastor Mboro to pray for the country's thirsty situations. Where are we now, and how serious is the situation?
Are our taps drying up? Will it be a luxury to have water to help us understand how deep the situation is? We've got from the Department of Water and Sanitation, that is Sputnik, and obviously Ntatemporo is also here. Pastor Mboro, to be correct.
Yes.
Thank you, special guests, for coming today. How bad is the situation?
How bad is the situation? How long is a piece of string? Yeah. We are in a drought. We are almost into our 3rd year of the drought. Sure. So that implies that we are in a bad situation. We've seen our dams national averages dropping by about 1 percentage point per week, because we actually measure that week on week. So over the last couple of months, that is what has been happening, and we have not yet received the kind of rains that we would actually hope for in order to recharge.
Yeah. Can I ask you this? You're saying 3 years, Tate, but I think for us it's only been knowledge maybe for the past year. Is it maybe the fault of whoever's supposed to spread the message? Because I think a lot of us were like, okay, water, save water, it's been something in Ntebua from Khale. But the fact that we're in a drought, it's the first I'm hearing that it's 3 years. I'm thinking it's 2016.
Actually, it has been with us for a while. It's only hit Gauteng particularly in the last couple of months. And I think that is where then the seriousness all of a sudden is almost top of mind. But if you look at what has been happening in KZN, Free State, Limpopo, Northwest and the Northern Cape, they have been having that. And that is why if you look at KZN, you know, the area around eThekwini, Free State, around Mangaung, they've actually had water restrictions for much longer than everybody else.
Wow.
It is because, you know, your mid-mar dams in the KZN and other areas have actually been in a situation of...
Can I just quickly, more the patterns, especially with highly spring day, what are the patterns that people at home, that insiders that are sitting at home watching right now, waste water in, you know, water washing?
It starts from the simplest of things. In the morning, you know, you're always conscious of, hey, my breath must be fresh. But you're thinking, while I'm brushing my teeth. You don't need that. You need to actually put your water in a cup and turn off the tap. That's the one thing. The second thing is we are not used to reusing our grey water. And yet paving you can do so much with that water still.
So reuse the water, stop wasting the water.
But also pollution.
Oh.
And you're thinking, anyway, and things like that. Vandalism of infrastructure is a big problem.
Is in yoga and stealing of copper.
Exactly, those kinds of things. Then what happens? You have water running. The issue that
if I'm sitting at home, I just need to equip the people that are sitting home. If I'm sitting at home right now, Gefeta starting, and I see that there's a burst pipe, who do I call? For like 10 rain water, who do I call?
Your first port of call is your municipality, because it depends on where that is.
Okay.
But what we have realized is that sometimes a lot of people struggle to get hold of the municipalities. And that is why, from the department's point of view, in order to support municipalities and the communities, what we have done is we've created a situation with our call center that our hours are longer. They operate seven days a week, and so on and so forth, so that people can still call us directly, and we are able to engage with the different municipalities. Sometimes a person doesn't know where actually is that port of call high. So if we know exactly who to talk to, because we have that relationship with those municipalities.
Water and sanitation department why did you see the need the 7-week prayer campaign for rain?
No, Kore, what happened, I had incredible 8 weeks, which started with Tsekeleke and other people, where I set a journey with the prophet, where we look at God to see the impossible become possible.
Okay.
And to show me, myself, and everybody who are Mudimu or Arab. Then we prayed first, I'm sure 4 weeks back. I said, let's do it on our own first and involve Batwalingbo, retrust Mudimu. And it rained then. Then Raberere rebella the 6th to make it a national day. And then 36, we challenged the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Honorable Mama Nomvola Mokonyane, and Honorable Executive Mayor Mzansi Insider. Because you can't do it not involving the heads of states, the people in the government who knows what is happening, and it must be in partnership. And then Reborn or Hansababua, or this and this, they are not talking about God. And we said in 7 weeks, and all the dams, the water shortage, we hear what they are saying scientifically. But it's time we know where there is God. And we prayed immediately. It rained. And it continues to rain.
It's seeming very interesting. I want to continue the conversation. And then come back with Pastor Mbo. He's going to tell us more about his work.
Definitely.
Yeah. In the Hiza to Biza. How you say? So you were speaking, Boristo. You were speaking about the work you were doing. You were saying that yes, there's scientific things that were happening, but you are seeing that the work of God is happening. Can I ask? Your church is a very big church. It's a very big church. Do you know why this is so? Can you maybe share with us what is your secret?
No, the church, number one, it is the people. You are the church. Once we give ourselves to Christ, we become the church of God. And people go through a lot of challenges in life. And when we speak the word of God, it does change their lives. Whether they're in a building, whether they're in a tent, whether whatever. So our role is to say, let's get back to God. And people see this, feel this. They touch the screens of their television. They touch the speakers of their radio. They hear my voice and they take it and it works.
I think hangata harbona your ministry, a lot of people's take on it kore sometimes it's a bit unconventional. Taba o tshwara bo di screen di speakers tsa di radio, and you've gotten a lot of criticism for that. O kon tlhalosetsa wena how utlwa ba bang ba reng o share by the way you do things, where does that leave you?
No, I'm a trendsetter. Look, they started criticizing that. Now every preacher, the greatest in the world, they now say touch the screen of the TV. People normally, it's because of fear, the fear of the unknown. If something they've never seen it before, and when it happens, it shocks them first and then they follow after. So Mudimo has created us to be unique. What I focus on is not anything negative that people say. The Bible says I must look unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. My life was started by God. It will be finished by God.
Such a powerful statement.
You got me there.
Such a powerful statement. You know, you were on a court case.
Pampiri
ho thwe Ntatempo tlisa dipampiri tsa hao re bone hore taba tsa ditšhelete di eme jwang kereke. No, wa for the options tse pedi wa thwe o nka oath na kapo wa ikana akere. And you chose to take an oath instead of a vow. Why that decision?
Look, you know, to be honest, I'm trying to think. But you see, in there are many things that are done by the church. And there are many things which are a problem in the country. The wars, the university problems, hunger, drought, things that we should be focused on. That commission was personal. Which one financials has been disclosed? In the media and all that. They were looking for me because when the hostels were going down and taken by the storms, who went there, Apalama, to the 3rd-story building, you know, Kimupor, when the Izindonas came to him and called for help. When the floods were destroying Tuduza, who was the first? The whole Tuduza came out to me and God used me to build those houses. I can count the colo furnitures that were not there, they had no roofs. I did it with God. But all those things, and there are many pastors who are not from this country. They don't even have bank accounts. There are churches everywhere. They make millions. And they are our brothers, I know, in their countries. But and here at least there is money. People are welcoming and all that. But the attack, the last one, there was this thing, Boro, heaven, this and that.
I want to speak about that, the heaven thing, because it came out on social media and it trended. Boro went to heaven and took a picture, and I was so confused. Do you think you were misunderstood? What was happening with that situation?
No, there's a prophet, soon you'll hear. He's not from this country. He paid people to do that, to discredit me.
Okay.
And
so you think there's a conspiracy against you?
No, it is there. It was even in the internet. You'll still find it. A Malawian newspaper exposed that and called whatever was happening. The sad thing was the commission said Mboro did it. Even if I say I did, who made that statement famous was the commission. So how does the body that protects religion and people go out and you know, all those, Pastor Chris said, I'm not going to be played. I'm not going to take all this thing that is happening. He took them to court. And then the court, somebody gave me the court order of what happened. It said, you have no right to do that. You have crossed your boundaries. He cannot go to be arrested. He cannot appear there. The media stopped about it. They only focused on me. Now, instead of me taking the money, the courts, I said, the financials of the church, my lawyer, my advocate told the Hore, we are only accountable to our internal structures, not the public. All the pastors, they boasted. There's a pastor, they said he was good. He has a 14 million house. And he has another house, Deben. He flies every day. And then Muporo, you know what does he do with his millions? For helping the poorest of the poor. That was my crime.
O feel hore wa thekwa because ile wena o le motho motho hangata batho bang ha ba ba shebi.
How motho wa South Africa? You cannot rise.
Go botse ena ka pele re tsamana ka rona fedile. Hangata ha batho ba bua ka ministry ya hao ba bua ka wena. The focus becomes on you. What do you say that about? Because the glory, if I can say that, back to Mudimu. So, but why through you?
The Bible says, believe in the prophets. 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 20. You shall prosper. Believe in the Lord, you shall be strengthened. You have to accept the prophet and his prayers. Gideon. Tell the people, say the sword of Gideon, the sword of the Lord. So the prophet speaks the weight and things happen. When that's our biggest crisis, before we go, I pray that God will release more rain and stop the floods. I pray. As we speak, Banabana who are left behind in the university, the families that are affected by floods. These are the things we should look at as the country and say, how do we go out and help instead of arguing, borrow this, that, church, this and that. And we need to be praying and we are not sleeping.
Thank you for coming, Tate. Learn so much from you.
Jeez, out of time. But yes, that's what it is. And the breakfast heat don't stop. He shows us why he was voted sexiest man on Insta Fitness. It's Vuyo Dabula, and we get the truth from Malum Cool Cat next.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Apparently I've been a director, producer, presenter, Yunkinto. Anyway, we miss her. So it's Mpuma Boy. Hello.
Well, I'm not going to say I miss you, so let me just get straight into it. Today, it's all about the national teams. The Proteas just closed off on 171 for 5, so they are leading England with 86 runs. But for now, though, we're about to get into the Springbok match, which is taking place out in Twickenham. And it's going to be an interesting one, considering that the Boks have not had the best of outings of late, even though we haven't lost to England since November 2006. The English, under Eddie Jones, have won 9 tests in a row. So it will not be an easy one for the Springboks. Remember, they had that horrible match against the All Blacks last month out in Durban. I was at the stadium. It was absolutely embarrassing. But on to the next one. Bafana at 3 p.m. They take on Senegal at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in a World Cup qualifier. And the Senegalese had a closed training session throughout the week. The only open one was actually yesterday. But they're keeping their cards close to their chest, so we're not quite sure what to expect that there. But of course, it is a must-win match for Shakes Mashaba and his Chargers, because time for building is over. We failed to qualify for AFCON 2017 and we need to do our best to qualify for the World Cup. On to something that is a little slightly depressing. Well, both Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo have extended their contracts with Real Madrid. Now you're asking, what is so depressing about that? That's not the depressing part. That one comes with the money. Gareth Bale, with his 2022 extension, will be getting 5.8 million rand. No, listen. A week. Add to that, CR7, who extended his contract to 2021, he will be getting 8.3 million rand a week. So every Sunday, how do I 8.3 million in
sure,
there.
that time, as abang ibas of phone. Sorry, Mr. Safata, you owe us 3 rands. 3 rands.
So yeah, that's all the sport that I have.
Thank you for coming, my lovey. Thank you for coming.
Awesome.
But hanging down for me, waiting for me on the other side of the studio, it's Rory Sang. Girls, start screaming. 2 words. Vuyo, Dabula.
If you're feeling bad about your body, don't worry, we'll make you feel even worse. Generation Superstars in the building for Insta Fitness.
Welcome, welcome all. I'm so excited. I don't know why he has a t-shirt on, quite frankly, but he is here. Well, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Good to have you. Good to have you on the show. It's a family show. Yeah, we also promote healthy bodies here on the family show. And then we have an insider. Hello.
Hey.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Are you excited to be working out with him?
Very excited.
Look at her face. She's like, I'm very excited. So, yep, it's going down. Maybe you at home could also be joining us here. So make sure that you are tweeting, Facebooking, sending us emails and letting us know your request. And who knows, you might just be here like she is to come and work out with some of your favorite personalities. Sexiest man. Best dressed. We'll talk while you exercise because I want to actually check where the sexiness comes from. So what are we doing today? What are you doing with her today?
I was thinking skipping, but I don't want things to fall over.
Okay.
So we're going to be quite simple because I don't know her strength levels and fitness levels. So
if it was me, I mean, I would have been there.
I would have been there.
So let's start us off. You guys can go.
We're going to do a bit of a hit session, move from one exercise to the other.
Okay.
We will start with a plank.
I love this not exercising thing and you just get to watch, okay?
So I'm going to take it easy on her because I don't know. So we're going to do, we're going to start with the plank.
Okay.
We're going to count to, just 10.
Just make sure that the core is tight here. Oh my God, it's really tight. Woo. Let me feel.
Okay. As soon as you get there and then you turn. So what I like to do is I see people, taking some time off after one exexercise. I say, just go into it immediately. And
again, let me just test if the levels are. Let me. Okay. So it's side plank.
I'm overdoing it and then you do it on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just hold it. Look at this dude. What if I'm not doing it right?
Do you have any question to ask him?
Close with your camera. Okay, cool.
Do you have any question to ask him?
What I'd like to know is how do you balance all these things?
How do I balance what?
Your work.
My work and everything.
The love life.
Is it? And then we're going to go into...
Then we're going to
go into a lunch, but keep changing legs. See, the thing, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to burn that, excess fat on the, on the waist.
Yes,
so if you, so I mean, if you push your legs, then you will. That's you're giving your whole body a pretty
good workout.
A good workout, yeah.
Okay.
But you also need your core.
Yeah.
With the lunge as well. So it's just a group of exercises that will just work they'll just keep working your core. We started with the plank, side plank, and then we were, go into the lunge.
Then start from the beginning. You said it's a heat.
Huh?
She asked you how do you balance?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, whenever I have time for one thing, I, when I'm off something, say Jen. Yeah. Then, I put in some time,
Because obviously being the sexiest guy doesn't come easy. I need to ask you this. Did you come to work out with him or just to see him?
Both.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys are going to start the heat again. So it's back into a plank?
So we're back into a plank.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
soon as you've done the cycle, I mean, I'd say just get a bit of a breather.
Yes.
In 5. That was the cycle, so you do a plank.
Okay. And then best dressed and stuff. Talk to me while you're there.
Yeah, best dressed and stuff. I mean, I was as surprised as everybody.
Really?
Particularly with best dressed. I don't know. I just do my shorts and flops and whatever. I'm kind of almost always ready to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be taking off my suit or my nice whatever.
Okay, cool. Feel it here.
Device and whatever. Can you feel it?
Yeah, feel it here.
And I won't taste you go to gym though.
And then break into the lunge thing.
The lunges. Any last question that you might have for him?
Yeah. So basically. Yeah. So that's it. I was just surprised. I don't know. Maybe. Even sexiest, I don't know. Maybe if they said, I don't know, fittest, I don't know, maybe I would be like,
humble. Why is he so humble? I don't know. Oh my gosh, yawn. Malak, any last question you have for him?
One thing I'd like to know though, like, how do you like your girls? Do you like them thick or slim?
Oh gosh. Family show. And I've got Mandela. I've got to turn my chest and they're asking me also.
Okay.
But he was a bit of a player, so I think are we good?
No, not good.
Okay, so maybe just lie down.
So that's a beginner.
Hold on, and just do that.
You're very good at
just and then just do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You're very good at not answering questions because she asked you twice about the ladies.
The ladies.
I'm doing it in heels, baby. Doing it in heels.
No,
doing it in heels.
Listen.
At break, what?
I think you know what I mean. It's just personality and just a great smile, intelligence.
I feel like I'm being described.
To help my.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah. Intelligence to fill up for my.
We're messing with you. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us and teaching us how to work out. I'm gonna continue doing it in heels, baby.
Continue doing it in heels, and then you go back into it again. So basically, just go into a plank and just keep going. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm tired and I was just watching you guys.
Yeah, you can just mix it up as well. I mean, if you feel like no. The series of exercises is not enough. I just include one more exercise, just get into it. Just do your squats.
Cool.
Remember, just as long as your legs are working, then you're just burning.
Okay, I'm burning. Ad break, guys. We got 2 seconds. When we come back, Umalumku Cat talks, aka jail, and we dance off. Next on Mzansi Insider.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back. You're still hanging out with us. Monana home Mzansi Insider. It's time for Special Somebody. The whole time.
I just want to say it with you.
Oh my gosh. Can you take it with him when you leave? Please. I don't even have to introduce him. It's the guy you guys have been tweeting about. I was like, I mean, come on, give us a chance. We
don't even have to say his name.
Yeah, no. There's no need. Welcome to Mzansi Insider.
Sure.
Thank you so much for joining us on an early morning. How are you? Let's start there.
I'm good. I'm good.
He's the only guy I know.
Yeah, I've just been
who can
working,
wear shorts
so.
and a top and look cool.
Yeah.
Ah, come on.
He can throw it duvet. Cool.
But they call him Malum Cool Cat, so he brings the cool to everything.
Come on, bro.
Now, speaking about the coolness and the swag, you obviously have your own style. You have a different, sort of like a name that sticks out that you can't forget it. The first time we heard Malum Cool Cat, it was like, who's that?
Who that?
And then we figured out who he is, and then we're like, done. Was it deliberate? Did you come in saying, yo man, I'm trying to stand apart. I don't want to be like anybody else who's here?
Yeah, I actually kind of wanted a name that kind of explains who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How so? How does Malum Cool Cat explain you?
It explains who I am.
Malume.
Well, you guys just said it. I could draw a duvet on. So it's like...
Come on.
I mean, we don't even have to tell him. He knows.
Shaba Yakashid. Okay. Owning your style. Do you always have like a name for it? You know, like you'll do something. Do you have like a name for it? Because there was Jet Setter. What then there was?
Yeah.
I mean, I even lost track of like keeping up to the some of the names and lingos you sort of had.
Yeah.
Do you always have like a name to the concepts you always bring up?
I kind of sometimes like before or sometimes after. So I come with a concept and I'll be like, oh, actually that's Future Mfana. Like the Holy Oxygen stuff. Yeah. Is really Future Mfana stuff. So yeah.
Now most people like when they are featuring tracks and they are blowing up, like on the first track blow up, second track blow up, they're like, I'm gonna go straight into an album. You decided, no, I'm gonna drop 100K my cassette, and you weren't selling it. Why? Why didn't you just release an album and sell it?
When I dropped that, I really wanted to know who my core fans were. And a lot of my friends
didn't know?
Nah. Because I'd go to shows and people would go crazy for the features, but they wouldn't go crazy for like Holy Oxygen per se, you know? So I wanted to find out like really what's popping. And at the end of the day, a lot of people actually still don't have 100K cassettes.
Yeah.
So I was just testing waters with the whole internet thing. Like, do people download free stuff?
Yeah.
They always ask for free stuff, but if you give them a whole project, are they going to download a whole zip?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? All those things,
Okay, so you were building your market basically.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so early in the year, obviously, you came back into the news and not necessarily because of the music. And there was a saga there, and you were gone for a while. You came back, you gave us a beautiful love letter, just asking for time out, asking for us to respect the privacy and allow you to, when you're ready to talk about things. What was that experience like, and what did you learn from that?
Yeah, man, I think I'm more responsible from that whole situation. And also, that whole letter thing, I didn't handle it very well. You know, I've never been in that situation. So I was just looking out for my family because we were being hounded. Yeah. So, man. Yeah. But I think I could have done it better. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
Most people come out of that situation, come out inspired. There's a lot of content now. Yeah. Do you feel like there was new content in your head? There was other things you wanted to express yourself about?
Yeah, obviously, because you by yourself like a lot of times. So,
Did you have to face reality? Because I think sometimes when in the public light and doing music and doing well, you're on 100, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then real quick, you're down here, you're by yourself, there's no swag, there's no coolness, there's no duvet to make look cool. What was the conversation you were having with yourself?
It was a lot, man, just to look after myself, you know, more, because I think I ended up in that situation because I wasn't really looking after myself. Like, I was living a rock star life. Yeah.
Just to quickly get into it, Maiza Milano, what can we expect? I saw AKA in the
who else is
Insta
there?
snaps. What can we expect? Quickly.
Mzansi Milano album. I've got a bunch of features. I think I want to keep some secret. Yeah. Like, it's always cool to
Where's it dropping quickly? We have to go in 5. Where's it dropping? He'll tell us some points.
He'll tell us. We'll put it up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But yeah, he needs to close off the show for us, right?
I cannot wait.
It's gonna be real good. You can feature me.
Next, Malum Cool Cat serves up a performance that will surely get your weekend started.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
We are closing off the show, but take a look at what's happening next week.
Nsiki Mazwai unleashed. Hashtag real talk with Nsiki Mazwai.
I mean, what were the lessons to learn from the .com situation?
I think I'm going to be a lot more cautious about my personal life.
Do you feel you're misunderstood?
I'm totally misunderstood.
This is what she thinks about people that tweet about her.
You won't like it when AKA fires back at you. Better.
Snapchat, no FaceTime. Rock.
heard it. Catch an all new Mzansi Insider Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. on SABC1.
Yep, it's okay, Madam Cool Cat.
Yes, and that's a beautiful one. Shout out to America for holding it down. But I'm sorted. Right now, it's time though for the Ooh, for the Cool Cat. For the
Sure. Sanbonan, Smiso Ikam, boys of Bafana, Sisonke Nezam, Country Soft, Interpline, A1 Shandy Spanish sends number 2. She's in Yama Manjas Plomegoma 4. Top 7 Minangalu number 6. Balu 4, Sweat Manomon. Chicken shadow dwana 8, does a corner, Siatanganisa, Spanish has on. So we brainstorm, Situgan and Neganon. Sharp as snap, Ekongezi Tom. Be self-conscious, stop what's going on. Uben pana future pana uben betu uben dota uben tizo uben tiga uben puti uben kondo we sizo uben nomza no tize uyazi na we live ain't easy dwana kuna bantu abazokuza njenge app think you clever kodwa uphume nge-recess lazima ilana kana mota kana next ikofwanyana ichetha CLX Campus I'm a Gucci Honda Civic. He pays around the HD service. Flexing in the Uber, black in the chippies. Pull up with 2 bad bags, back the chippies. Man, you see your pools are bad. It's Papa Gang, Eastwagon. Gase, who's that cat? Gase. I was swagging out like Snoop Dogg in Dad. Boss Zonke shit, Dwana Zigiza. Emlazi Tuwamashi Zigiza. Ela Monti Namatandi Zongenza. She's the village bigila ngamazaza uzongithola ebonela namachama anginamoto ngisekawash namaphanda amarazo athi ntwana bhekidlala ever since then angidali ngenza izaka high intel spali ugovudala usoko fontaine ikhombi qoqa indaba khumi champagne. That's the problem with this new school cast. The whole style of my own Every time you see me combo, hypo shy spin king. Been swaggy since Papa gang a dream team. Yeah, the combo's in sync. Looking like a planet, but you never planned it.